Good morning, Ignition Gigantoid channel viewer people. It's Friday. It's Freestyle Friday and Feedback Friday. So I got two questions, but first we're going to open some cars. I was going to feature Lance, the lamb, on this video, but he's sleeping. And when that little shit is sleeping, it's best to let him lie. So maybe tomorrow. So first I found these three main lines for the archive, and I don't collect Aston Martins. I do collect Escorts, and I already have that one, and I sort of like half-heartedly collect Ford SUVs and vans, and I need this one. So if I find another one, I'm going to keep it for myself. So this little baby, this is the second color of this. The first one was in the rolling metal. Was that last year? I don't know. It kind of blurs whether it was last year or earlier this year, but I think it was last year. The silver one in the rolling metal. So now we got the yellow one, and there's a super treasure hunt version of this too, which doesn't seem to be super hot. It's like not one of those ones that's selling for like $70 or $80. So there's the yellow version of the Aston Martin High Speed Edition. Aston Martin DB4 GT High Speed Edition. This kind of makes me want to collect Aston Martins, but I don't, so that one's simply going to the archive. The black Ford Escort. It's funny, it just says Ford Escort. It's not the RS 1600 or RS 2000, which I also collect. I have a box that's just like Ford Escorts, and when it starts to get crowded, maybe I'll break it off into a specific casting, but for right now, it's just Ford Escorts. And I have this one. Yellow interior. Aero discs are fine for rally cars. You're going to put cheap rims on a car that you're probably going to wreck anyway, right? And this Bronco, which I was calling orange, but apparently it's metal flaky yellow. And like I said, I'm probably gonna grab one of these once they're a little more common, but this particular one is going to the archive. The Ignition Diecast Gigantoid Archive. So those three are for the archive. These four, there's one series that I still have carded, and it's this one. It took me forever to figure out what it's called. I don't even think it really has an official title. It's just like Classic American Muscle or whatever. But these cards were stunning. So I acquired the whole set and was keeping it carded basically just because the cards are so awesome looking. But if you're gonna go loose, you gotta go loose. So I'm gonna open four today. Well, three of these four, and I'll open the other four tomorrow. Okay. So this is it's so dark in here. '66 Ford Fairlane 427. And I have a box of Ford cars, mostly muscle cars, 60s and 70s. And definitely don't have this one. So I don't really follow these castings, what the name of the casting is, that closely, because it's not a specific casting that I collect. But that's a damn cool looking one. Yes, please. And this, probably the coolest one of the whole set. I think it only, I mean, obviously you have to get this set to get the white one. But this is a, hold on. 69 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. So I believe this is the same casting as the teal and the light green one. Same stripes. So I think it's the same one. That's the cool thing about this channel, is I don't know what I'm talking about. If you want like hard facts, you're gonna have to find a better channel than this one. Yeah, that looks like the same casting as the green one. And at this point, I'm getting so many Cougars that I think I might, like right now it shares space with Barracudas, Chargers, and Challengers, just sort of like whatever gets filled up first. But I've got about 15 or 16 of these, well, of various castings of Cougars. So I think I'm probably gonna have to break them out pretty soon. And this one, which is also a Cougar, it's a 68 Mercury Cougar. Different casting, it's not the Eliminator. But I already have this one up there, so I'm not gonna open it. And I will probably put it on Ignition Diecast for sale. Probably clearance price. Like these, I think these were like $3.50, $3 or so at Walmart. So I'll price it less than that just to get the hell out of here. And here is a Mustang, but which one is it? It's a 67 Ford Mustang Coupe. Sounds familiar. And if you remember, if you're a regular viewer, I reached my limit of 96 Mustangs, so something has to go. So I was looking at them. I knew I was going to open this today. And I was looking at them last night. So I'm going to pick up the camera in a second. White interior, but kind of has a red, white, and blue theme going on. So it's fine. So this is going up on the Mustangs. Hold on a sec. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of Mustangs and 2 bonus police cars up there, which those don't count. They aren't even Hot Wheels. So I said if I acquire another Mustang, something's going to have to go. And it put me in a little bit of a tizzy because there isn't a single one of these that I don't like. But this one right here is not Hot Wheels. It's an M2 Machines. And as cool as it is, with opening doors and everything, it's not Hot Wheels, so it's a good candidate to go. So we'll put that down there, which frees up a space for this 67 Coupe, which I think that's a 67 Coupe too. But these aren't even in order. I just kind of free collect Mustangs. And these are the ones I have. They're curious. And there's probably hundreds of just Hot Wheels alone has probably made hundreds of Mustangs. So being a completist with this model of car would be a fool's errand. So I just keep the ones that I think are really awesome. So we're still at 96. And so yeah, on to the questions. So I got 2 questions this week. And I'll read the, well, they're both fairly serious, I guess. One's more fun than the other one. You've expressed interest in increasing subscribers and views, so why don't you put more effort into your videos? The main answer to that is that when I started putting my stupid face on YouTube about 14 months ago, initially it was to promote Ignition Diecast as a business, and it did fairly well, I guess. It's like the only advertising we do. But the main reason that I'm so slack and I don't do hot titles and really impressive thumbnails and stuff is because I knew at the outset that if this became work, like if this took a long time and a lot of effort, I probably wouldn't keep it up. So the only reason that I'm still doing this is that it doesn't really require much effort. I just turn the camera on, run my mouth, and show you what I have bought for myself or what's going into the archive. And now that Ignition Diecast is mine again, I might actually do some unboxings, because on the other channel, when I would unbox stuff or like show like the hot shit, that's where a lot of the public viewing hours came from. So it's a little bit hypocritical, I guess. I don't really care enough to make these videos better, but it would be nice to get some cash from YouTube. I mean, if this channel becomes monetized, I'm never really going to sell out, but yeah, it would just be nice to get some money. But I'm realistic about the fact that I don't have 13-year-old girl appeal. And let me tell you my 13-year-old girl marketing theory. Nothing in the Western world becomes popular and makes a lot of money unless it resonates with 13-year-old girls. And that's been true since the 1950s, when the dawn of rock and roll, and is true today with iPhones and fidget spinners and people who become rich and famous. If you don't have the 13-year-old girl demographic, forget about it. And this guy is never going to be popular with 13-year-old girls. Talking about Hot Wheels is never going to be popular with 13-year-old girls. So this channel doesn't really stand a chance. And frankly, I hate to break to you, those of you with like tens of thousands of subscribers, even the Lame Group and Ministry of Diecast, you're probably getting paid and you're probably getting money from, probably getting product from Mattel. But this shit is never going to be popular with 13-year-old girls. So you're never going to be like a bazillionaire. That's my little rant on that. What are you looking for that's no longer in the stores? And what are you looking forward to grabbing? So I used to keep some of this stuff on Ignition like as a trade list or a want list. I might revisit that if I can keep it up to date. But this I had to think about. I never write this stuff down. So it's good to write it down, because then I know what I'm looking for myself. So old stuff that on the top of my head I really want is the Thrill Climbers, Porsche and Audi. There was a series called Thrill Climbers, and there was a Porsche and an Audi in that set that I kind of want. Somebody pointed out that I don't have the Neon Speeder GTR, which I have had. I just don't have one right now. So I need that for my R35 box. The 2018 Silhouette set. Very pricey, but I think like every single car in there is something that I would like to have. The Boulevard Subaru WRX STI, the unnumbered one, the silver one. I had a few of those months ago and let them all go. But since then, I've decided, yeah, maybe I'll collect Subarus, at least WRXs. So I'm looking for that one. And then there's a really old one with like the rally livery, number 24. The Boulevard number 24 is a Subaru WRX STI edition, which gotta have it. So that's aside from like Porsches, BMWs and stuff, which I don't even have a solid handle on what I do have and what I want, but always looking for those. And stuff that's coming out that I'm pretty hyped on is the Boulevard 116, the Porsche 935. Doesn't seem to be selling for a ton of money. Like, it's acquirable. I would like to find it in the wild for $650, but even on the secondary market, it's only going for like 12, 13 bucks, something like that. So it'll come in time. Boulevard 121, 123, and 124, which are coming pretty soon in the coming months, I guess. I'll never find them in the wild, but I'll probably order them online. The Porsche 911 RS 2.7, another one. Like, how many times are they going to cast that thing? But gotta have it. 123 is the Mustang Boss. Gotta have it. 124 is the Datsun 510 wagon. I don't gotta have it, but I kind of want it. And the 2025 Silhouette set, pure sex. Gotta have it. Team Transports 27 or 77, 78, and 79. The next three, basically. I have a pretty good chance of finding that in the distribution network, so I'll buy a case and sell the ones that I don't want. What's going to be the hot one in there? They usually like short pack. They come in packs of 4, and usually they give you 2 of the one that's the least desirable. So I don't actually remember what those are. The Audi probably won't be the double. Probably be the Soarer. I'm betting that you'll get like one Soarer, one of the other one. I mean, one Audi, one of the other one, and then you'll get 2 of the Soarers because that's going to be the least popular of the assortment. And then there's some 2-packs. I don't give a shit about the supercar one, the Lamborghini or something, but the Spoon Honda 2-pack, gotta have that. I'll be looking for it. And the BMW 2-pack. It's got like a 320 in there that I think they've cast before. It might be a slightly different paint job, but there's another car in there that gotta have. So that's what I'm looking for. That's it for Feedback Freaky Friday. And tomorrow's Saturday, and I'll be giving this purple Silverado away. The return of the giveaways. And I'll explain who will be getting it. Anyway, have a good day. Welcome to the weekend. It's the weekend again, doesn't it? It always seems like it's the weekend. At least Monday isn't a holiday. We got that. So talk to you soon.